Welcome to another interview with Tobias Krampton last week. This week, he'll be explaining the difference between obelisk-based deformation and the particle.
Well, it's a fairly simple distinction. Gunther North is an example of direct exposure. If you're unfamiliar, Gunther North is a man who decided he didn't trust the media and decided to test some baseless hypothesis he had. He went out seeking an obelisk, found it, and then decided he'd touch it for whatever insane reason his mind could manifest. The result was his subsequent deformation. The best metaphorical distinction between the obelisk parasite and direct exposure is to think of those infected by the parasite as minds on behalf of the obelisks. The deformed are their weapons. They don't have the same sentience that the infected do. They see something living, they kill it.
How can we stay safe amongst concurrent and rising numbers of both the infected and deformed?
Realistically, I'm not sure we can. Either way, infected or deformed, the creatures are much harder to kill than a human. Gunther North has been shot multiple times, and yet he persists. During certain trials of which I can't entirely specify, we tested to see how much pain the infected could endure. We destroyed most of the forearm, and there weren't any signs of pain.
Can you elaborate on some of the communication trials you've conducted with the infected?
We started with simple things, questions relating to basic information that they should have known about themselves. The first thing we asked was, "What's your name?" To which they generally respond with something along the lines of, "Names are a human concept, unique to the species culture. The future will not require names, only survival." The way the infected talk is both cryptic and complicated in a way we don't understand. It's strange to say, but I'm not sure that the obelisks are the true threat. I think there's something else coming. From what's been communicated, the obelisk hive mind seems to think that it's helping to prepare us for some massively detrimental event. If we could figure out what this unnamed event is, we might be able to ensure our survival. But until we find out more, there's just too many variables to establish whether or not what they're telling us is even truthful.
Well, the Frequency 400 radio and television station thanks you for your collaboration. We hope that in the future we can do more. Tobias Krampton's email and social media can be found in the description of this video in case you have any more questions.